Hello, Grace Heart family. I am glad to bring you the devotional today. Open up your Bibles to 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. What it says in this passage is this: be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. Now, when God gives you a dream, what Satan is going to try and do is he's going to try and make you afraid of it. He's going to try and make that your biggest nightmare. He's going to try and convince you that you are not smart enough, you're not qualified enough, you're not organized enough, you're not charming enough, you're not good looking enough, you are not educated enough. All of these things, he's going to try and convince you, you are not good enough. Don't even go near that. You're going to get hurt. It is not going to go the way that you think it is. That wasn't God's voice. That was just you trying to convince yourself that you're better than who you actually are. And I have this story. I remember last year, right before Christmas, my daughter kept on asking for a big girl bike, and we were so excited because we went out and we found this big girl bike for her. And just before Christmas, she fell off of her smaller bike, and she got hurt. She skinned her knee, and she was really afraid to get back on. She was just terrified. Well, Christmas rolls around and we've got this bike, we put it out and she's all excited because it has the tassels on it and it's the big girl bike that she wanted, but she was afraid to get back on. She was like, no, I'm gonna get hurt, like it's scary, it's even bigger than my other bike, I already hurt myself on that one. And we finally convinced her to get on, and guess what happened? She was fine. And she went faster, and she turned faster, and she was able to do all the cool things that she wanted to. I remember she did the brake, the hard brake, right, where she skids across, and she makes a mark on the ground, and she had a lot of fun. But I'm convinced that the enemy is going to try and take these gifts that God gives to us according to our each unique abilities. He's going to give us gifts, and Satan is going to sit there and he's going to go, hey, remember, that's scary. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to embarrass yourself. You're going to embarrass your family. And I remember reading this verse in high school, and I highlighted it in my Bible where it says, like a roaring lion, right? Like a roaring lion, the devil prowls around, seeking something to devour. But I emphasized the like. I even underlined it. I was like, he's like a roaring lion. The Bible's written in a perspective through the lens of who God is, the creator of all things, the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end. When he spoke, the universe came forth. The perspective of the Bible is written through that lens. And guess what? Satan cannot do anything against the children of God. He cannot come against you. Why? Because if God is for you, then who can be against you? And so what I am convinced of is that when you have a dream that God has given to you, he is going to try and do everything to distract you. Satan is going to try and throw everything at you saying, this is not for you. You are not good enough. You are not smart enough. And guess what? He is scared. Why? Because he knows that God gave you that gift for a reason. He wants to see you do great things, and Satan wants to see you fail. I want you guys to think about it today. I want you to think about all the things that God has promised to you, these gifts that he's given to you. And then I want to see you pursue those gifts. Not so that you can gain all this great glory, not so that you can overcome these fears. No, I want you to pursue these gifts because I want to see what God is doing in your life. I want to see the things that God sees in your life, and I want you to share in that with me. And I want you to see what God has given to me, and I want you to share with me those moments. And so today, I think as a church, we need to sit there and go, okay, what am I scared of that God has given to me? And if I'm scared of it and God gave it to me, then I need to actually pursue that harder. Why? Because God has given it to me and the enemy is trying to keep me from it. And if he's trying to keep me from it, then that means that God has a great plan and a purpose. So pursue that relentlessly. I love you all. I hope you have a great day.